I'll tell you why the name changed, but before I do that, I'll give you like a quick, the last 3 years of second screen. So I think once upon a time, we all imagined that people would watch TV with their phones in their hands, and that was like years ago. And we created this proposition, Zeebox, which was a participation TV. But to do that, we had to create a TV guide so that you could find the shows to participate in. And one day we woke up and we thought, hang on a second, people perceive us not as a participation app, but as a newfangled social TV guide. And that was loved by people for utility. It's a way of discovering shows and remote controlling your TV and so on. All of this utility has a passionate, but probably quite small, and they don't tell their friends, audience. And we wanted a more viral social experience. And it's also very much a male geeky experience, which resonated with the strong Z and the red and the, command your TV. But actually, over the last 6 months in particular, we've really been changing the product. TV's evolving. It's obviously not just live anymore. There's more and more on demand. And I think the key thing we've done is change. It's no longer about the television, it's about the TV show. And this means that if you love Homeland, you may never use your phone while you're watching Homeland. That's just okay. Or you might watch Homeland on Netflix 2 days later. That's just okay. But you're almost certainly going to be chatting about it. You're going to want to find out more about the plot and the actors. So in fact, it's not about the television, it's about the TV show. And as part of that change, we introduced a lot more community. We had introduced the ability to follow cast and crew and get 24/7 news feeds. So the product has evolved from something that you use for a few minutes during the day to find something to watch and then potentially participate into a 24/7 experience. So in the morning, you get your news feeds and goss and updates. In the afternoon, you start planning your viewing. In the evening, you might be watching and participating in America's Got Talent or The Voice. And after the show, you're chatting. And all of this started resonating in a major way with a particularly much more female audience. In fact, our audience is now 65% female. And so as part of that, we thought, you know what, the product has morphed so much from Zeebox, the utility, into social community feeds, news, gossip, and that audience is a lot less interested in things like ACR and remote control. They want to talk about the Kardashians and they want to involve their friends. So we decided a rebrand was in order. It's worked brilliantly over the last few months. Traffic is up 25 to 30% month on month. So it's going very well. Any startup, I guess, has decisions to make. How disruptive do you want to be? How much do you want to partner with the incumbents? How do you fund your business? And I think we're privileged very early on that major companies like Comcast, NBC, Sky and so on shared that vision of how television might change, how people might chat around it, and how perhaps set-top box experiences linked to mobile could be the new thing. And that vision and shared partnership is still very much in play. I think you learn on an agile basis from usage and statistics. I think unlike many of the larger enterprises, we operate very much on a product testing 2-week, even faster update cycle. We bring consumers into our virtual lounge, ask them the things they're looking for, evolve the product rapidly, and it morphs. So we have very much shared overall vision. Television advertising is going to change in a fundamental way. $70 billion a year on TV, monetized at ½ cent a view, compared to a similar amount now on the internet, monetized at 50 cents per click. That television advertising could become interactive, targetable, clickable, and so on. The platform for doing that is interesting. I don't think anyone's headed out of the ballpark yet with second screen. We're working to see where that gold lies in those hills, I guess. I think the synchronous experience, as people shift to more time-shifted, as it needs perhaps more involvement from broadcasters and program makers, is perhaps slightly harder. And so I think all the players in the space have been evolving things perhaps slightly less about the synchronous experience and more about, in our case, the community. Others have gone different routes. But for us, that community, the news feeds and the 24/7 experience is resonating.
Another question back? Okay. Sorry.